Otherwise, what happens is these skellies and or other mobs will bump into each other, and they will pick fights with each other, and the creeper will go kaboom, and it will take out a good chunk of area. And one of the things I did was basically just use mobs to lure the other mobs. You know? Or lure the iron golems into the path that we need them to be in. Yes, I am gonna go clear a mountain. Oh wait, I'm gonna go steal the... Yeah, I'm gonna go steal the beacon from our place.
Hi there.
So you're wiping out an entire area with one shot, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, it's taking me a little bit longer, but I just have so much lag that I am pretty much doing this very quickly. I think I have like 8 or 9 tubes. Why?
That's pretty cool.
Oh no, I think I have 10. Speaking of lag, I think this is my last shot with it. Yeah, this is the last.
You have to like make more or buy more?
No, it's a pre-select for the mission. I only have so much.
Okay, so each mission gives you so many of them, okay.
Yeah. Well, no, you have so many of them, it's due to, like, they use a hardpoint system.
Hey! Hi!
And each hardpoint only has so many. Okay?
Okay. Why did you just fall down there? Fish?
This is it. I am out of lag.
I stole the beacon. And I'm gonna go clear a mountain.
That time that you accidentally turn a missile ship into a bomber, right? Actually, this ship can hold a shit ton of lag because it's like 12, it had like a total of like 12 hard points.
Okay.
So that's a lot of like, lag, you know?
Yeah.
Per shot. And that is that. Oh Jesus, my haul is so low. Got it. Yeah, yeah, it's 10.
What about 10?
Oh, I have 10 MLAG points.
Oh, nice. So you can do it again, huh?
Well, I mean, I died, so I kind of have to do it again.
Oh, okay.
Seeing the death machines get ready off the decks. Inside the men, fighting men run through their final checks.
40. I have 50.
You have 50 of your emerald thingy.
Yeah. Come on, load up, load up, load up, load up. There we go.
Oh, stupid helicopters. You know, I hadn't recorded most of the day because of these damn things. That's the reason why I was so looking forward to getting on, because they had stopped for a while and I thought they were done. Never mind. Come on, Summer. You must be getting ready to go through a change. Yep. You're lagging. Oh, oh my god. That connect to this server. Oh, wow. Oh, maintenance again, like they were yesterday. It's running. Well, how's that doing, by the way?
That was what doing?
Hot.
Oh, he's good, I think. I haven't talked to him in a little bit, but thinking he also has so much work that.
Usually we do our Sunday session, and I ended up canceling it because everybody was having meltdowns,
Yeah,
and so I just like forgot all about
odd.
posting it because odd in general. It wasn't just odd. It was I didn't even post it that we were not going to have the game, and it was just because I didn't even think about it because we were all resolving issues kind of thing,
Well, I mean, his problem is that he has to work a lot because he does factory work, so. And he night shifts, so typically whenever he gets home, he's asleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a kick move. Sorry, I chopped a tree down and it, like, some of it's still up there.
Yeah.
Because it was too big.
Okay. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
What was that? Oh, what did she have to say?
Let me go see you.
God, I can actually see Chernobyl doing combat missions like this.
Kind of fun when you can associate big characters.
Yeah. Done. So... what do you think about me nicknaming Chernobyl Top Gun?
I call him Nobi.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was just picking Top Gun because, like, you know, his character is very Top Gun-ish.
I don't know. You going by traditional Top Gun yet? As in the original? I don't know about the new one.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the new one.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new one either. You know, I've never even seen the original Top Gun, actually.
Well, I mean, it's not too bad. It's alright. It's very showboaty.
I bet. And it does a lot of shit that you will get arrested for.
Yeah.
Like, for example, buzzing the tower.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's right, I have to do a trench run. Ah, fuck, I hate trench runs. Shit, missed it. Ah, fuck. Okay.
problem is,
Hmm.
you're not doing it in a Chernobyl way.
From the jet, don't forget. On it. It's time
That about right?
he just flies the bomber. He never sees their eyes when the hell comes down. He just flies the bomber. Now make the run so quick it's done and get screams to the ground. But moving fast, they're so focused they never feel the sound. Furnace from the stern, they watch mother its throat and fill the night with deadly light and chill. He just flies the bomber, he never sees their eyes when the hell comes down. He just flies the bomber. Back aboard the shuttle, they'll be time enough to think of what they've done.
Hey, it's funny, you're bombing and destroying the land. I'm mining and destroying a mountain.
Nowhere to run. There's no deep untroubled sleep for one with such a debt. And guilt alone will not atone nor let a soul forget. Those cries and screams, they're not just dreams, imagination lies. God damn, bitch. He just flies the bomber, he never sees their eyes when the hell comes down. He just flies the bomber. Sleek and clean, the death machines stand ready on the decks. Inside, the men who fight in them run through their final checks. The net machines sit, their lives unmoved by hate. For those that fly, make others die. He just flies the bomber, he never sees their eyes when the hell comes down. He just flies the bomber. Inbound trip without a slip, shut drops their freedom. They set trim for their attack. Back up pumps. Now trim the jet, don't forget. On in the region. It's time to go for down belows inside of that superb. And he just flies the bomber. He never sees their eyes when the hell comes down. He flies the bomber. Yes, moves from the ground. But moving fast, they're still focused. Tap to hear the sound. It's from the stern, they watch mother its throat. And fill the night with deadly light and chill. Never see their eyes. He just flies the bomber. Back aboard the shuttle, there'll be time enough to think of what they've done. They'll find themselves, it won't leave them with a place that they can run. Nowhere to run.
Hey, King!
He just flies the bomb. Inbound trip without slip. They set traps there. Back comes. Now trim the jet. Don't forget. Plot in the picture. It's time to go for down below the planet that makes me burn.
Hi.
He just flies the bomber. He never sees their eyes when the hell comes down. He just flies the bomber. Now make the run so quick it's done and get screams for the ground. But moving fast there so far because they never hear the sound. Furnace from the stern, they watch the migrants run. Fill the night with dead by a kill. He just flies the bomber. He never sees their eyes when the hell comes down.
Hi, Kai.
He just flies the bomber. For the shuttle, there'll be time enough to think of what they've done. They'll find their answer. It will leave them with a place that they can't run. Nowhere to run. Sleep for one with sudden death. And guilt alone will not.
They're having me come in late tomorrow. Amy,
What?
they asked me to come in late tomorrow
Okay.
because
mean you
they
can't
ran
find
out
tomorrow?
of for me to do. Other than doing deliveries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
That's
fuck
good.
it, you know? Yeah.
Ready on the decks. Inside of that clock. Their friendships. Lives of eating with them. Those in the eyes of the stuff.
Well, I managed to keep 86.
I saw a car. It was a Toyota. So it's or it wasn't a Toyota. It was a Honda or whatever. And it said wasn't executed by Order 66. And then there was right next to it was a toy Toyota. It was a Toyota with a little symbol of Yoda on it. On another vehicle. But that was pretty funny. I was like, you know, what would have been really great is if the two of them put those two together.
He gets squeezed from the ground. But even as fast, they're so sleep for one would set again. And guilt alone will not atone or let soul forget. Those cries and screams are not just dreams, imagination lies. Oh God, damn. Attracting face by father, he never sees their eyes when they're out and down. He gets my father. The machine stands laying on the desk, sleeping down, fighting them. Their flinches, absorbing it from shadows, their lives and their dreams. Goes and climbing, others down, never touch. He just flies farther, he sees their eyes when they're out and down. He just farther. Watch the mother. Feel the night, deadly lights. It's my mama. Yes, I died. It's my mama. Till the midnight sea from earth to Alpha claimed it on Aldebaran, met rocks that were alive. But soon I came to realize as world to world I rolled. And nowhere in the galaxy could really be my home. So called navigators set the course and go. Leave stars and planets. Vast deck 4 warriors slam against the Spartan phalanx. Bronze spears jut out from behind the wall of shields, slashing the flesh of the unarmored Aztec soldier. From a high front line, wooden spears fly through the air, impaling themselves into several Spartan opponents. An elite Aztec warrior climbs on top of the shoulders of the men fighting against the impenetrable Spartan. He launches himself over the Spartan shields and lands amongst their ranks. The Aztec slams his obsidian blood into one of the nearby soldiers, knocking him out. He slashes the neck of another before several short swords penetrate its chest. But at that point, the damage is done. The Spartan phalanx had been broken, and with it, the war could be lost. Aztec and Spartan soldiers were two of the most deadly fighters of the past. They never met, as the two civilizations were separated by too many distance. But if they had, in this scenario, the Aztec and Spartan armies met only massive predictions of victory. Let's find out who will come out. Both sides prepare for war. Their motivations for fighting and victory are very different. The Aztecs and Spartans each want more land, resources, and people to grow their empires. While the Aztecs also need materials, sacrificial participate in the shield, where they go west of battle for other warriors and bring them back for large festivals, where the victims get sacrificed to the gods by priests and shamans. This tactic has worked for the Aztecs, as they're now in control of 200,000 square kilometers of territory. This land is broken up into 38 provinces. From the empire, they extracted from 370 city-states, all of which help maintain the thriving Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan. The constant warring and battles to gather sacrificial victims have made the Aztec army
What did he stop for? Okay.
Yeah?
What'd you stop for?
Oh, because you're recording and I wanted to listen to something.
Yeah, the thing on the weapons? Or the war? Oh yeah, I want to hear it.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
reported final epic battle against their new foe, the Aztecs. Aztec citizens have been preparing for the coming war since the day they were born. They're indoctrinated into a culture that rewards bravery and keen battle skills. From a young age, boys train in special military compounds where they're taught how to use different weapons and tactics for defeating an enemy, while also taking them alive. After hours of training, they're told stories of the gods and the brave Aztec warriors who served them. Their entire childhood is based around war and sacrifice. During campaigns to capture sacrificial victims, the Aztec children accompany the warriors as porters. They are to carry extra weapons and spears while also witnessing the glories of war. The soldiers in training watch the battle from afar to gain more insight into how an Aztec warrior fights, and to learn tactics that will help them become as deadly and cunning as the greatest heroes in the army. Eventually, they're ready to graduate from training and join the ranks as true Aztec warriors, but first they must prove themselves. The young soldiers are sent to battle, where they're required to take their first captive alive. They use their obsidian clubs called makwawit to wound their victims before knocking them out and tying them up with cord. Then the young warriors bring their sacrifice back to the veterans, who congratulate them and welcome them into their ranks. The young warriors cut off their long hair, which has been growing since the age of 10, and they are now men. The Spartans also trained their children to become warriors from a young age. At the age of 7, males are sent to an agoge, where they're taught how to fight and think like a Spartan warrior. These boys live in group barracks and are put through rigorous training each day, only to go to sleep tired and wake up exhausted to do it all over again. They trained for over 10 years before moving out of the agoge and joining the ranks of the Spartan army. It's this rigorous training at such a young age that instills discipline in each Spartan warrior. They're able to follow orders without a second thought. Entire units can move as one as they march across the battlefield in their phalanx structure. The training to become a Spartan warrior is so difficult that the Spartans look forward to going to battle, because it's easier than training. The Greek historian Plutarch even writes, their bodily exercises too were less rigorous during their campaigns, and were allowed a regimen less rigid. They were the only men in the world for whom war brought a respite in the training for war. The thought of Spartan soldiers puts the fear of gods into the Greek citizens, but will they have the same effect on the Aztecs? Aztec spies called E18 returned from an expedition to find out what lies beyond the empire's current boundaries. They disguised themselves as local merchants, but in reality they walked among the enemy forces, not to trade goods but to gather intel. They bring back word to the king of an army made up of strangely dressed soldiers with shining armor and long spears. The Aztec king calls on the warriors from across the empire to gather and launch a campaign against the foreign threat that called themselves Spartans. 400 men from each city are sent toward the enemy. Each of these units is commanded by its own senior warriors and are part of a group consisting of around 8,000 men. 24 of these divisions link up at the edge of the Aztec Empire, creating a force of 200,000 warriors. The huge army begins making its way toward the Spartans. In the lead are the scouting units. They wear yellow face paint and carry conch shells to signal the main force that's behind them. Within the leading group of scouts are also priests who adorn themselves with images of Huitzilopochtli, the Aztec sun god and the god of war. These priests will ensure that the gods are on the Aztec side, and will be able to make any sacrifice needed to appease the gods once the battle starts. The priests cover themselves in bright quetzal feathers and wear jade emblems pierced through their skin. The main force of the Aztec army extends for 25 kilometers as they march toward the Spartans. The most elite units are toward the front of the procession. Most of these warriors come from major cities. The warriors of Tenochtitlan are in the very front. The king of the Aztecs has joined the army, and he'll make most wartime decisions with the aid of his Chiocuatl, or second in command. 4 other warlords loyal to the king also stay by his side to aid in strategic decisions. They give orders to the commanders of each unit, who then disseminate the directives to their men. The Spartans have been warned of the imminent Aztec attack. They sound the call to arms. Every soldier in the army gathers outside the city before marching toward the battlefield. However, before they begin their campaign, a sacrifice must be made. As the sun rises, the Spartan king communes with the gods. The soldiers look on as he slaughters a goat. The warm crimson blood spills onto the ground. The soldiers say their prayers and suit up for the coming war. Every day they march, the Spartans also exercise. The warriors know they must keep their bodies limber for the coming battle. And just because they're about to engage an enemy does not mean that they can forego their daily workouts. They will meet their enemy the following day, and all hell will break loose. Each Spartan warrior carries his own weapons. They have a helot slave that holds the other belongings, such as 20 days worth of food and water. All that the soldiers have to keep them warm are their long red capes. This has been the routine for hundreds of years. Spartan warriors don't sleep in tents or in large camps on their way to battle. Their hardened bodies lay on the rocky ground so they can rest under the twinkling stars of the heavens. Spartans are vastly outnumbered. Their entire army consists of around 20,000 men. Most are helots and perioikoi, who are little more than men forced to fight or mercenaries. However, the 5,000 or so Spartan warriors who are true citizens should be more than enough to hold the line and decimate the enemy force. They pushed back the Persians from their homelands, and the Aztec threat should be no different. The day has come for the battle between the Aztecs and the Spartans. It's a warm summer morning. The sun peeks over the nearby hills, bathing the battlefield in a fiery glow. The Aztec priests did not sleep the previous night. Instead, they sacrificed Spartan citizens that strayed too far from the protection of their army or fortified towns. Huitzilopochtli must be offered enormous amounts of blood and human life to ensure victory for the Aztecs. The Spartans are doing the very same thing for their gods. Zeus is offered goats, and pigs are sacrificed to Ares, the god of war. The official fire bearer, who carries the Pythorus all the way from the sacred altar back in Sparta to the battlefields, lights an inferno. The sacred animals are cooked and consumed by the men. The Spartans bathe and braid the long hair of their comrades as they prepare for battle. This will ensure that if they fall during combat, they will be prepared to meet the gods in the afterlife. When the morning rituals are complete, a trumpet sounds. Spartan warriors sing the song of Castor in honor of the Spartan war hero and demigod. This will help ensure that they are looked after during the war, while also gaining more favor with the divine entities that rule the battlefield. After the song ends, the men begin to line up in formation. Final orders are given by the Spartan king. Every soldier listens intently, as they would follow their king through the gates of Hades if he commanded it. Now that the gods have received their offerings from both sides, the battle can begin. The Spartans move away from their camp and set up their phalanx structure across the battlefield. They have a small cavalry force of a few hundred men set up to their side, ready to flank the enemy or provide support. The Aztec army is massive, and the field upon which they battle is much larger than the hot gates at Thermopylae. The Spartan lines are only 10 men deep, but as long as the shield wall isn't breached, they will be victorious. The sun glints off the bronze shields and shines directly toward the Aztec warriors, who are posturing before the battle begins. War drums
Oh,
boom
is it
from
time for dinner? Is it time for
Tom
Mama
shells.
to make dinner?
Aztec warriors fill the air. The Spartans have their own instruments as well. Soldiers within the ranks of the phalanx play flutes so that the soldiers might march in time together. The walls of Spartans slowly advance toward the Aztec enemy. The Aztecs hold their ground. They're waiting for the Spartans to get into range. As the phalanx approaches, the Aztec warriors release a barrage of javelins hurled by their allies. They are equipped with sharp rock or obsidian tips. Most of the javelins break against the Spartan armor, but some find their way into the weak spot between the breastplate and the helmet, where the neck is exposed. These lucky shots puncture the Spartans' necks, and blood pours out of their severed carotid arteries. Spartans continue to march, stepping over their wounded and making sure that their shields stay tightly locked in formation. They seem unfazed by the enemy's ranged weapons. Every soldier in the Spartan army has the fear beat out of them during their time in the Agoge. They were bred and raised for battle. Nothing will stand in their way as they prepare to decimate the enemy. The Aztec king and his advisors look upon the battlefield from an elevated platform. They scour the landscape for any advantage for their troops. This particular region is relatively flat and void of vegetation. It'll pit the Aztec army against the Spartan army in a way that only their weapons, skills, and tactics will make a difference. It's unclear who will be victorious. The war drums of the Aztecs stop. The sound of the Spartan flutes eerily wafts across the battlefield. The Spartans are still advancing while the Aztecs await a signal to charge. The drums start beating again. Their rhythm increases in intensity and speed. The shouts from the Aztec ranks resume as they're ordered forward to conquer the enemy and bring sacrificial victims back to the capital. The Aztec soldiers sprint toward the Spartan front line. They're covered in war. Their animal pelts flail out behind them. The Spartans continue at the same pace. The soldiers tense their muscles, getting ready for the impact of enemy soldiers against their shields. The Aztecs close the gap. They're 100 feet away, 50 feet, 10 feet. Then it happens. The Aztec warriors slam into the Spartan phalanx. For a moment, the Spartans are pushed back from impact, their feet digging into the dirt as they slide backward several feet. The initial momentum from the impact slows to a stop. The Aztec warriors bash the shields of the Spartans with their obsidian clubs and addresses, but the bronze is too strong, and their weapons either graze off them or shatter. The Aztecs continue their onslaught, looking for a weak spot in the Spartan wall. They find none. The commanders of the Spartan army give the order to push. Every Spartan soldier in every row of the phalanx pushes forward at the same time. The Aztecs are forced several feet back. Milliseconds after the push, the soldiers in the second line of the phalanx thrust their spears through the small gaps in the shield wall. Their sharpened blades cut through Aztec flesh. Thousands of Aztec warriors are impaled by the common spear tips and die instantly. Their round chimale shields and finely woven cotton body armor, which has been soaked in salt water to make it more resistant, provide little protection against the Spartan weapons. The Spartan phalanx continues forward as they march over the fallen bodies of enemy soldiers. Men at the back of the phalanx make sure anyone still alive receives a spear through the heart before they rejoin the ranks of their peers. The Aztecs continue to try to break the line, but to no avail. The Spartan commanders spot a group of Aztec warriors breaking off from the main army to try to circle behind the phalanx. This cannot be allowed to happen. If the enemy gets behind them, all will be lost. A trumpet sounds. The Spartan cavalry ride
I'm gonna
around.
pause right here on my video. I
They
got
tear